What if the secret to a peaceful, happy, and meaningful life was not about acquiring more, but about letting go? What if the path to true freedom lay not in grasping for external achievements, but in cultivating a calm and compassionate mind? For over 2,500 years, Buddhist wisdom has illuminated the way for millions who seek lasting contentment and clarity. Today, we'll explore 9 daily habits drawn from Buddhism that can profoundly transform your life. These habits aren't just ancient ideas. They're practical, actionable steps you can take each day to stop overthinking, find inner clarity, and nurture genuine peace. Buddhism isn't about elaborate rituals or blind faith. At its core, it's a way of living with mindfulness, compassion, and conscious awareness of the present moment. These habits are simple, yet their impact is profound. When you begin to practice them, you'll notice changes not only in your state of mind, but also in your relationships, your work, and your entire perspective on life. Let's begin with the first habit, one that is the very foundation of Buddhist practice: mindful breathing. The Buddha taught, when the breath wanders, the mind is unsteady. Mindful breathing is more than a relaxation technique. It's a doorway into the present moment. By simply observing your inhalation and exhalation, you anchor yourself in the here and now and quiet the constant chatter of your mind. Imagine starting each morning by sitting quietly, closing your eyes, and taking 5 minutes to focus solely on your breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest, and allow all other thoughts to pass by like clouds in the sky. This simple habit calms anxiety, sharpens your focus, and prepares you to greet the day with a clear mind and a peaceful heart. Next is compassion practice. In Buddhism, compassion is not seen as a weakness, but as an immense strength that connects hearts and dissolves the barriers between us. Compassion means wishing for the happiness and well-being of others, even those you may not know or may not like. At bedtime, try this. Silently wish peace for one loved one, one stranger, and one person you find difficult. Imagine each of them experiencing happiness and relief from suffering. Over time, you'll notice your anger and resentment dissolving, replaced by a gentle warmth that softens your heart. Compassion strengthens your relationships and helps you create a more harmonious world, one thought and one intention at a time. Letting go of attachment is perhaps the most challenging habit, but also the most liberating. According to Buddhist wisdom, suffering arises when we cling to people, possessions, or expectations. Life is inherently uncertain, and everything is subject to change. By practicing non-attachment, you make space for freedom and ease. Ask yourself, do I own this thing, or does it own me? Whether it's a physical object, a desire, or an idea about how things should be. Notice where you cling, and gently practice letting go. As you loosen your grip, you'll discover a new lightness, a sense of freedom that comes from no longer being controlled by what you possess or what you expect. Daily gratitude is a simple but transformative habit. Instead of constantly chasing what you lack or what's missing from your life, pause to appreciate what you already have. Each night, take a moment to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big: a warm meal, a kind word, a safe place to sleep. This practice rewires your brain for joy. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance and helps you find happiness in the ordinary moments that make up your day. Gratitude turns life into a celebration and reminds you that contentment is always available if you choose to see it. Embracing impermanence is the next habit. The Buddha taught, all conditioned things are impermanent. Everything in life, youth, success, pain, joy, passes and changes. When you embrace this truth, you stop fearing loss and disappointment. Instead, you learn to flow with life, accepting its ups and downs with grace. When you encounter hardship, repeat this mantra: this too shall pass. Let it remind you that every difficult moment is temporary, and every joy is precious, because it cannot last forever. Embracing impermanence helps you live with less fear and more appreciation for each fleeting moment. Right speech is another essential Buddhist habit. Words have immense power. They can heal, encourage, and build trust, or they can wound deeply and create division. Practicing right speech means speaking with truth, kindness, and purpose. Before you say something, pause and ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? This simple filter can transform your conversations, resolve conflicts, and deepen your relationships. When you choose your words mindfully, you create an environment of respect and understanding for yourself and those around you. Right. Action goes hand in hand with right speech. Buddhism teaches that living well isn't just about thinking the right thoughts. It's about acting with integrity and compassion. Right action means being mindful of the impact of your choices, avoiding harm, and aligning your behavior with your values. Today, notice the small opportunities for kindness. A helping hand for a stranger, a gentle word to someone who's struggling, a conscious effort to protect the environment. Each act, no matter how small, plants seeds of peace and positive change in the world. Daily meditation is the 8th habit, and it's like going to the gym for your mind. Meditation strengthens your focus, heals stress, and awakens deep clarity. You don't need to meditate for hours. Even 10 minutes each day can have a significant impact. Sit quietly, breathe, and watch your thoughts without judgment. Like clouds passing overhead, thoughts will come and go. Meditation teaches you to observe your mind instead of being swept away by it. Over time, you'll develop greater self-awareness, emotional resilience, and a deep sense of calm that remains with you throughout the day. Living simply is the final habit, and it is the essence of Buddhist wisdom. The Buddha lived with very little, yet his heart overflowed with wisdom and peace. Living simply doesn't mean denying yourself joy. It means choosing what truly matters and letting go of what distracts you from it. Start by decluttering one corner of your life, your desk, your phone, even your schedule. Notice how freeing it feels to let go of excess and focus on what brings you genuine happiness and fulfillment. Simplicity creates space for clarity, creativity, and deep contentment. Each of these 9 Buddhist habits, mindful breathing, compassion, letting go, gratitude, impermanence, right speech, right action, meditation, and simple living, are more than ideas. They are daily practices you can weave into your life, transforming your mind and your experience from the inside out. Happiness isn't something you find on the outside. It grows within, nurtured by the choices you make, moment by moment, breath by breath. Consider what would happen if you started each day with mindful breathing, noticing each inhale and exhale as an anchor to the present moment. Imagine how your mind would settle, how anxiety would lose its grip, and how the day ahead would seem less overwhelming. With compassion practice, you begin to see others not as obstacles or adversaries, but as fellow travelers on the path. You let go of grudges, and your heart softens with each silent wish for another's happiness. When you learn to let go of attachment, you free yourself from the fear of loss and disappointment. Instead of clinging desperately to things, people, or outcomes, you open yourself to the flow of life, trusting that what is meant for you will come, and what is not will pass. Gratitude turns each ordinary moment into a celebration, transforming your perspective from lack to abundance. Suddenly, the small things, a kind word, a beautiful sunset, a shared laugh, become sources of genuine joy. Embracing impermanence, you stop fighting change and learn to accept it with grace. You discover that every hardship, every challenge, is temporary. This habit gives you courage to face adversity and savor moments of happiness, knowing that both are part of life's natural rhythm. Right speech and right action help you create harmony in your relationships and your community. By choosing your words and actions mindfully, you build trust, resolve conflicts, and contribute to a more compassionate world. Meditation gives you the tools to handle stress, quiet your mind, and cultivate deep self-awareness. With each session, You strengthen your ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. This clarity spills over into every aspect of your life, helping you respond rather than react to challenges. Living simply, you let go of the excess and focus on what truly matters. Your life becomes lighter, freer, and more aligned with your deepest values. The beauty of these habits is that they are accessible to everyone. You don't need to become a monk or retreat from the world to practice them. You can breathe mindfully while making breakfast. Offer compassion silently during your commute. Let go of attachment in a difficult conversation. Express gratitude before bedtime, and meditate for a few minutes after lunch. Each practice supports the others, creating a cycle of awareness, kindness, and peace that grows stronger with each day. As you incorporate these habits into your life, you'll notice profound changes. Your mind becomes quieter, your heart more open, and your relationships more harmonious. You find yourself less swayed by external circumstances and more anchored in inner stability. The challenges of life remain, but you discover new resilience and wisdom to face them. You begin to experience happiness not as a fleeting emotion, but as a stable state that arises from within. Remember, the journey of transformation begins with a single step. Choose one habit and practice it consistently. Let it become a part of your daily routine, and notice the subtle shifts it brings. As you grow more comfortable, add another habit and build a foundation of mindfulness, compassion, and simplicity in your life. Peace is not something you stumble upon or acquire from the outside world. It is something you create, breath by breath, moment by moment, through the choices you make and the habits you cultivate. Each of these Buddhist practices is a seed. When you plant them, nurture them, and allow them to grow, they blossom into a life of clarity, kindness, and deep fulfillment. If these Buddhist habits have inspired you, share this wisdom with someone who might need it. Let these ancient teachings guide you toward a more peaceful, joyful, and meaningful life. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds gently, day by day, as you practice, reflect, and grow. Buddhist wisdom offers a timeless invitation to live fully, love deeply, and let go gracefully. With mindful breathing, compassion, non-attachment, gratitude, acceptance of impermanence, right speech, right action, meditation, and simplicity, you can create a life that is rich not in possessions, but in peace. The path is clear, the practices are simple, and the transformation is profound. Happiness, clarity, and freedom are not distant dreams. They are within your reach, one habit at a time.